Great Karma, thank you for inviting me. I am currently casting. I will not play that game with you. Can we fire it up?
Dude, I love that they waited for me.
Yeah, man.
Wonderful.
Look at that. They're so obedient, man. I love it.
I was over there, ranting on our Lord and Savior, Thornmail.
Thornmail, Omewrecker, plus Zerat's Portal, the dream build.
Oh my goodness.
The dream build.
Oh my goodness. That and like a Spirit Visage, whew.
Yeah.
Spirit Visage is my jam.
Oh my god. The only time Spirit Visage is bad is against an all AD comp. And even then it's still tempting on Zach. You're like, I really like healing.
Yeah. So a lot of chatter going on in the chat about this Thornmail. Carrot's saying, normally I build Thornmail in every top laner. I play Zac and Trundle, but I thought Wardens would be better for the health since there was really no one auto-attacking champion. Well, you mean Thornmail is a counter auto-attack champion just like Wardens is. So yeah. Honestly, they both serve the same purpose. It's just one is more aggressive than the other.
Yep. I mean, like you talked about, Warden's Mail helps you die slower. Thornmail makes you live longer because they don't want to hit you.
Yeah. That's my premise on how I build Zac. It's like, how do I want to make it so they just run away from me? That's why in 90% of my ranked games, my first 3 items are Spirit Visage, Thornmail, and Abyssal Scepter. Because that will just make sure the AP says, damn, I don't want any of that shit. The AD carry says, dang, I don't want any of that shit. And the tanks are just like, dang, he's doing a lot of percentage damage right now. So everyone's just like, I don't know what's going on, and I don't know how to handle him. And my team's just like, wow, you initiated way too far ahead and died alone. We're going to lose.
It's true, man. It's true.
Emerald Teen in the chat saying he loves watching us cast these games while he's doing his Calc 2 homework that is due tomorrow. Dude, I remember the days of Calc 2.
Oh, pro tip: Stretch will help you with the Calc homework if you put it in the LowElo chat.
I mean, if you need to get these derivatives done, even though that's probably Calc 1.
I did Calc 1. That's all I had to do. I'm
derivatives, integrals, we'll knock it out. I've gone all the way up to differential equations. I'll tell you what's up.
No, thank you. Why does every single course in college you need to take Calc 2? It's like, why?
Because Calc 2 just tells you the way of math. It's the way of the math world, man.
You're like, this is never going to help me.
It'll help you in everything. It'll help you in everything.
Like, sack of shit.
It'll tell you everything you need to know. One day you'll be like, man, I'm spending a lot of money on groceries, and then you'll start collecting your amount of receipts that you have every week, and then you'll find the area under the curve, which is the speed of your grocery spending, and you'll be like, all right, so now I just need to decrease this amount per trip, and then I'll save a lot of money.
You can do that with algebra.
That's dumb.
I mean, I'm just
but that's dumb though.
God forbid we use algebra where calc can work.
Red Mage is like, can you help me with my grad school projects? No, sir.
Stretch will gladly do that as long as you follow our YouTube.
Oh no. Stretch, what is the integral of 7x? Dude, why don't you just do some foil action and then find the integral of the simplified equation?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Just knock the x's down by 1 rank and then you'll be golden.
Yeah, man. I like it. I can dig it.
Yeah.
Oh no, don't pick Calista. Don't do it. I don't know. I do not like Calista's auto attack. Now that I've played a couple games as her, that auto attack is awful.
Yeah.
It is just terrible.
Oh my goodness. Also, I believe there's an integral calculator somewhere online that I also helped use. I also used to help me.
Yeah, well, that's if you're not using your online resources, you're not actually trying.
You're not actually in college if you're not doing that either. But the first step, of course, is to just, simplify
You have to
the
know how to
equation
do it.
out. Step 1, know what you're doing. Step 2, do it.
Step 1, know what you're doing. Step 2, find out how to cheat because you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
In every step of school, that is what you do.
Everyone's just like, you guys should just start talking about the game now? Why? When I can
We
talk
got
about
lots.
our Lord and Savior, Calculus 2.
Right up there with his brother Thornmail.
Exactly, and they high-five and they...
They're actually one and the same. As you try to do calculus problems, calculus will attack you back for a
Calculus
percentage.
is the reason Thornmail works, because it increases your damage over time.
Oh my goodness.
What?
I'm just saying, man. Algebra works for almost all of these issues.
Plat's like multivariable calculus where it's at. Chemistry major hype. For those who don't know, Captain Platt, aka Platt Senpai, aka the Platypus, is a firefighter. He kills forest fires and stuff, which is a pretty BA job. So much respect. And he's a chemistry major. Dang, he gets all the ladies.
Oh.
Dang.
He would have gotten all the ladies just for being a firefighter.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real here. But you throw in that chemistry major, oh my god.
Yeah, he walks out of Firehouse Subs with a fire helmet over his shoulders, and they're like, "Oh my god!" Sploosh. And he's like, "That's how the fires get put out."
Yeah. Alright, so let's look at this actual game, I guess. I guess we can talk League of Legends now that we've addressed Captain Platt picking up the ladies. And P-Tux, apparently.
Apparently, and picking up P-Tux. P-Tux,
So,
the god support.
we've got Alistar, Irelia, Gravespan. I always agree with the Gravespan just because that guy is flavor of the month and he's extremely powerful. Irelia is really, really strong and she scales really well. Not sure about the Alistar ban. He's annoying. That's probably the only... the Alistar bans, he's just annoying. That's pretty reasonable, I guess. We have Ozir, Morgana, Victor. The Victor Respect ban. Holy moly.
Who is it who plays a really nice Victor?
I don't know. I think they're just banning it so you can't see your favorite champion.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is. Honestly, I've yet to see. There's only been a few people who have really, impressed me with their Victor, but I've yet to see a Victor that is truly dominant in a way that some of these other champions can destroy a game.
Yeah, I mean, a good Victor is just terrifying, dude.
Yeah, it really
It is absolutely. It is absolutely terrifying. All right, so let's actually look. We have top lane Nasus and Garen. Yeah, that's a Garen with the exhaust.
DCB in the chat saying, "Dude, you were not around when Dearth played Ali, I take it?" That's way old.
Yeah, that's pretty old, and Alistar's been nerfed. I mean, I know the old hoi 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 plays it. I know it's still strong in the top lane.
Oh,
but...
top AP Alistar spam build. I hate that mess. Yeah. I called him out on his farm. I was like, "Dude, you don't farm at all, do you?" He's like, "I could farm." You can't farm. You don't have the mechanics.
Oh my god, shots fired.
Yeah.
The old hoi 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 hoi, poor mechanics.
Poor mechanics, poor life choices, that's why his name's hoi 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 now. That was funny. I'm gonna change my name to hoi 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 hoi, then tell everyone about it.
Has he still not changed his name back?
He can't get it back from Phobian/ISG Casper.
Oh my god, that is so funny, dude.
He's like, "I don't even know who that guy is. Tell him to give it back." I'm like, "That's on you, dude."
Don't announce to the stream that you name changed if you want your name back.
Yeah, so Solus Pizza playing Karma in this game as well. We don't see a lot of Karma around these parts.
Yeah, but that's a Solus pizza special, man.
That's true.
I have seen him play that Karma several times, and honestly, it's really strong.
Oh, yeah.
I think the last Karma we saw was maybe Solus Pizza versus Jimmy the Slayer, and I think he got wrecked, but that's because it was Jimmy. I mean, that's not anything against Solus Pizza. but that was at least the last Karma we saw was Karma versus Morgana in the mid lane.
Kitty Kitty in the chat saying, I have everyone doing shots with me. I feel special. Oh my goodness.
Alright, so...
So should I bust out the Jameson? Is that what we're saying here?
That's what I'm drinking, man.
Oh, snap. I should go over to the kitchen in a second.
Yep. Alright, if you want to do that, I can talk some of these matchups.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Alright, bye, Stretch.
See.
Alright, so I'm going to start in the bot lane, because that's what I'm most familiar with. We have Corki Braum versus Lucian Nami. We actually haven't seen a lot of Lucian. He's kind of fallen out of flavor after the most recent set of nerfs he got, maybe 2-3 patches ago. But he's still really strong, especially with the Nami, where he can automatically get 2 of the Tidecaller's Blessing. Nami is a really, really powerful pick. She's such a lane bully, but the problem is she's like Sona. If she gets caught out, she can just die. Pause when game starts. That's not good. Okay. But I really do like the synergy of Nami Lucian. I'm really excited. I'm always excited to watch these. And Nami's really good against Braum in the laning phase. She can harass him really well, but what she has to be careful is when they break into team fights, Braum can block the entire wave with a single shield wall. So she needs to be really, really careful with when she throws down the shield wall, or when she throws down the wave. Corki is in a really weird spot. He used to be the AD carry of the best AD carry in the game a little while ago, but they nerfed his... I think it was the speed on his phosphorus bomb, so it's significantly easier to dodge. But he's still a really, really strong champion, really strong bully. So I would expect this to be, just based on the merits of the supports, this is going to be in the favor of Lucian Nami until Nami gets hit by a Braum Q. And then we can expect a lot of return damage. There's also, Braum is a great champion for Lee Sin to gank for, so if Nami ever does get caught and Lee Sin happens to be there, it's going to be a lot of trouble. Whereas on the other side, Rek'Sai is going to have a harder time ganking this enemy bot lane, ganking the red side bot lane. It's just harder to hit a bubble. It's harder to hit the Rek'Sai knocks up. What's up, Stretch?
Yo! So, the Jameson was out, so I'm now drinking some Puerto Rican rum someone left at my house because they're Puerto Rican. Fair
enough.
It's in the Yoda cup. We're getting soused.
Alright. Oh my goodness. Oh god, this is gonna be terrible. I have to get up in the morning.
Oh man.
It's alright.
I also do, actually.
This is what poor life decisions are all about, baby. Looks like we have a pause right after the game loads in, so we'll see what happens with that. I just finished talking about this bot lane. What do we think of Rek'Sai, assuming BCB ever connects, versus Lee Sin?
Dude, it's a even matchup as far as I'm concerned. The one thing I will say is if Dearth gets the jump onto Dark Crimson Blade, the burst damage that comes out of the QE, Q auto E auto Q, actually Q auto E. A lot of damage between Qs is what I'm getting at. The execute damage is good. If Lee Sin starts out that fight that strong, then he will win that duel in the jungle. But as far as clearing speed, gank potential, Rek'Sai she's up there, dude. Rek'Sai is really strong right now. Even post nerfs.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so. But as far as the lane matchup 1v1, I think that Rek'Sai and Lee Sin are both in the S class of jungler, along with J4 right now, and I don't know, probably just those three. I'd say those are the top 3 junglers at the moment.
J4, you're thinking J4, Lee Sin, and
Rek'Sai.
So that's pretty reasonable. Yeah, I mean, Lee Sin will never ever ever stop being a good jungler. It's just because his kit is too good. They would have to give him negative damage on his Q, I think, to make him bad.
Who, Lee Sin? Even then,
yeah.
It's just him being there with the ability to land auto attacks, with how well he can stick to somebody, is good enough.
Yeah.
Crazy Phil lays down the beats in the top lane. Swagger.
Alright, so... Oh my goodness. So there's the pause, yeah. Alright, so let's talk top lane. Garen versus Gnosis. This is...
It's the sustain-o-matic, dude. Now, here's the issue with this top lane, though. Garen has chosen to go Doran's Blade and Ignite, which means that he needs to get this kill down early, probably level 2. He needs to go in with the Silence, go in with the Spin, after already landing some auto-attack damage or some preemptive damage, and then just go all in. If he doesn't do that and he doesn't get an early kill, he will get out-sustained by Crazy Phil. Crazy Phil has the ability to interrupt his passive with Spirit Fire. He can heal back up to full using that Nasus passive, and honestly, if Garen doesn't put on some real pressure, Nasus will become a problem.
Yeah. That's that ticking time bomb that is Nasus. I want to see if chat says we're going live. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so we do finally get started soon, hopefully. DCB, you jerk. Alright, so, and we didn't even talk about this mid lane, I don't think. We have Karma versus Zed. I like that Karma went Cloth 5 in this matchup. I think it's going to really, really help her out and help her just kind of survive this guy.
Yeah, it definitely is. Now, if she's able to get to that early Zhonya's Hourglass, that's going to increase her outplay potential just that much. She already is a fantastic duelist, 1v1. The Empowered Leash heals her for so much in a 1v1 fight that it allows her to just get, one more rotation of abilities off. That Zhonya's Hourglass is going to do just that as well. I mean, if she's able to get, the healing proc from the tether, then go into a Zhonya's Hourglass after that, after using both the Q and the shield and using those to their full potential, then this Karma can really outplay in 1v1 pretty much anyone on the map, especially with the damage reduction that's going to come out with that armor on the Zhonyas. And it looks like we're finally getting to the game here. Good.
Alright, so we're finally in. I kind of talked about everything I wanted to talk about, so... Stretch, I want to take a shot. Take over again.
Go for it. Alright, so bottom side of the map, Red Team looks like they're gathering up, possibly looking for an invade here. They're all stacked in this brush. They look like they might be running in as one unit. Dearth is sitting on the backside of the Dimple brush here. Now, they might be posturing from a little bit of a bait. If Crazy Turtle sees Dearth there, he might try to get in range to throw a Q, and if that happens, the slow could easily come out of a used appendix and get the stun down onto Crazy Turtle. If that happens, he could be going down very early, but it looks like he's not going to be approaching at all. Blue side just playing it very safe. They did cover both these jungle entrances on the bottom side of the map. I will comment that Garen was up here guarding this turret. This turret's not in any danger, my friend. Pimpy, I love you, but you need to be over here, probably standing on this cross-section, making sure that no one gets in. This cross-section, I've spoke on it before, allows you to escape either to, just only to this turret right here. It's nice and close, so even if someone does approach from either the east or the north, you can just walk away nice and safe. And that just guards up both, pathways to the blue buff. You can notify your jungler, hey, you need to go steal their stuff. Alright. So getting into the game here, used appendix is already getting a lot of damage down. P-Tux actually gets completely punished by both Corki and Braum. Used appendix and Le Pena de Muerte just doing so much work here, and it's just really, really not getting returned on by RP. Or Gatling gun comes out and the Unbreakable comes out. Phosphorus Bomb does land onto P-Tux, and used appendix takes a turret shot for his trouble as RP walks forward trying to get a little bit of additional damage down, but he does not want to get in a position where he procs that Braum stun. A little bit more Phosphorus Bomb poke goes down from Le Pena de Muerte, and that's going to signal for Lucian to be a little bit more careful here. He cannot afford to take too much damage, but this Nami heal does so much work. Oh my goodness. P-Tux now getting in with the auto attacks, not afraid of the Braum stun nearly as much as before, since Le Pena de Muerte is so low, just no ability to heal himself, and now he's out of mana. This is where the blue side composition of Nami and Lucian can really shine. Having that sustain is mean that they can bring themselves back up to nearly full health and really start contesting for a lot more pressure.
Yeah. This is where Nami really, really shines. Once you win a trade, Braum's going to have such a... Yeah, Lucian dashes forward, the Piercing Light lands. Unfortunately, the Aqua Bubble's not quite enough. Nice shield, but Braum probably going to be able to just walk away. He does have his flash. Yeah, there you go.
Yep. Forced to burn the flash there as we see topside. Pimpy just at full health. Crazy Phil just doing his best that he can to farm up here, and honestly, the wave is pushing towards his turret. He's still got the lead in terms of farm, so he is not under any pressure at all, even though he has lower health values. On the upper side of the jungle, we see Dark Crimson Blade finally picking up that blue buff after not going back to base, just doing a whole lot of jungle clearing, 6 minions up over Lee Sin, who did go back to base, and look for that Stalker's Blade early. He needs to make a gank happen here in the mid lane or in the bot lane to really get rewarded for this early purchase. He's sneaking up over here in the jungle. Can he land a Q to get the kill, or can Karma set up the play with a binding? Shadow has been used, so he's going to step forward. He throws out the slow, and he forces the flash out to Crazy Turtle 101, just getting under the safety of his turret there. That will be down for quite a while, and now he's going to have to use his Shadow more sparingly.
Yep, really interesting in that mid lane that actually Zed has such a huge lead on Karma. I was kind of anticipating it to go the other way, considering that Karma is ranged and also has that Cloth 5. The additional sustain I had anticipated would be so good in this lane. But we're really seeing Zed show his prowess as he just bullies Soulless Pizza out of the lane over and over again, man.
Yeah, doing so much work with these Qs. These shurikens are really chunking for a lot right now. Dearth just forced to hold this lane in the mid, and that means that he's not able to show up top lane with Crazy Phil and take advantage of the low health that Pimpy's at. He could have really probably procced a dive there if Crazy Phil set him up with a little bit of additional damage that Execute might have been able to knock Pimpy over.
6. Yep. Oh my goodness. So I do like that red team, or both teams, went back after killing that Corki. Got that early pickaxe. I never finished switching around where my people were. I got confused for a second. Both junglers get that Stalker's Blade. I'm kind of surprised, especially considering it's free to switch. We don't see more. Oh my goodness, is P-Tex going to go down?
Yeah, P-Tex gets taken out here. RPR finally shows up in this fight here. Dark Crimson Blade shows up on the bottom side of the map. Will pick up the kill, or help RPR pick up the kill on Le Pene de Muerte. Use Appendix now in trouble. Gets the knockup from GCB, and now RPR will pick up... DCB will pick up that kill there. They do have enough damage to take this dragon out, but they don't know where Lee Sin is. It's the safer and more optimal move to not go for that here, as he would ruin their day if he showed up. Mid lane, it looks like Soulless Pizza actually ended up going down very recently to Crazy Turtle 101. Dirk gets chunked out by the shurikens, and the Shadow Slash, after walking away from Crazy Turtle, missing that Q, he gets really punished there. That's actually really good cooldown usage coming out of Crazy Turtle.
Yeah, I mean, Crazy Turtle on fire, man. Do we have Crazy Turtle versus Crazy Phil this game? Is that a thing?
Yeah, it actually is. They are on opposite teams, but in different lanes.
Oh my goodness. I'm still excited. The crazy height.
Yep. So this Nasus is slowly ramping up. Right now he's sitting on a 84 bonus damage on his Q. Pimpy shows up, trying to get the damage down onto Crazy Phil. Too low under turret. He actually gets chunked down to low HP here. Crazy Phil does have flash, he does have ulti, but he will not be able to get close enough to really get this fight down. He needs to pop his ulti if he's going to live against this Rek'Sai. He's out of mana, so he's not able to do it, and he's actually... Dark Crimson Blade did not have the bite up, I guess, and he doesn't pick up the kill here. He will wait a little bit longer. Tunnel comes out to try to pick up the kill on Crazy Phil. 1 Queen's Wrath, 2 Queen's Wrath, flash under turret for the third, and Dearth will actually end up taking the kill away from Nasus here after he dives under the turret. Now Dearth going to push forward here on this wave and try to get it to tower. That's going to really push him forward in terms of his XP values and make him a little bit more lethal on these next few ganks, but not allowing Crazy Phil to get that kill is going to be a little bit awkward for him, as he could have had a little bit more gold. Okay.
Alright, so I don't know if I agree with DCB burning his flash for the kill there. I think he could have used that flash to escape. I feel like not giving away gold there was more important, trying to deny as much as possible. Nice shield out of Braum right there. He probably should have stayed in a more forward position. Does catch the...
Ooh. RPR goes deep, looking for the kill. He actually picks it up with the culling. Stun will come down from used appendix. RPR gets very close to this turret and actually will go down to this last shot here. We heard the Rek'Sai ulti going down as well. Will show up on the bottom side of the map near these Krugs, but a little bit too late to get this kill here. Soulless Pizza pushes out Crazy Turtle, and it looks like on the bottom side of the map, both DCB and Crazy Phil show up to try to get a little bit of a 1v1 action after Crazy Phil picks up a kill on P-Tux. Now Dark Crimson Blade still looking for some damage here. He's not going to be able to finish out this fight. Honestly, Crazy Phil should have turned around a long time ago to pick up this kill, but because of his hesitation and uncertainty on whether he could pick up this damage, Dark Crimson Blade will escape to this side brush and back into the jungle.
Yeah. So, I mean, it works out for Crazy Phil. He gets a kill there, and he's going to get a stack of farm, too. Oh, my goodness. This might actually be really, really bad for Pimpy. Because he's not gaining anything out of staying in this lane, and he's not getting any value out of that ignite either.
Yeah, he's
but
not. And not only that, but he's going full damage, so he's at a point in the game where I don't think that he's got enough damage to kill Nasus at all. There's too much sustain happening.
Yeah, I mean, oh my goodness. He just needs to activate his passive more. That's how Garen works, right?
Pretty much.
You just push your passive and go.
Yeah, level up the high skill passive. Soulless Pizza really just showing how effective that heal from the tether is. Just putting himself almost near full from about half. Or, 75%, and that's going to be his way of sustaining in this lane. He's got the tier, so he's able to continuously throw out abilities, and he's got the Seeker's Arm Guard, so he's got a little bit of resistance. Dash forward from RP, gets behind Used Appendix. Now the wall is not able to come up here. Used Appendix dashes forward, but it looks like a little bit too much damage came down. RP is actually dashing outside of the queue from Braum. Cullen comes out onto Lepeni de Huemerte, and he will get taken down here. Used Appendix now left in the lane alone. P-Touch just continually throwing out these auto attacks, making sure he weaves in a little bit of bonus damage here and there, and that's what really gets you killed as an AD carry. Those auto attacks from the support that you just don't notice.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we saw happen there was the blue side bot lane was on the same wavelength. Even when Lucian was low, they both kept fighting. Nami just kept throwing those auto attacks in. That's why that Frost Queen is so effective. Every time you get that additional 5-10 damage, it's so devastating for an AD carry in these traits.
Yeah, it really is. Speaking on the Frost Queen's claim, it's almost gotten him, a good 300 gold on that item, so it's a kill in its own. So, top side of the map, red team knocks over this turret. Dirth and Crazy Phil just putting on the pressure on these towers as Pimpy's been forced out of lane pretty much to a point where I don't know if she's going to be effective in this game at all. It looks like he's going for the early Wartmongs build here with the Crystalline Bracer and that Giants build, but at this point I'd say value your armor over your health.
Jeez, this is hard. I mean, what he's trying to do is to get that extra regen for his passive, but it's just not going to be necessary. You're right, he needs more health, or he needs more armor more than anything else. I don't think this is a good time for a Thornmail, but he needs to get something.
He needs something so that he can be a threat, but right now, it's weird as Garen, because when you're behind as Garen, there's not too many options on item purchases that allow you to really put you back in the game, because he doesn't really benefit off things like lifesteal, and stuff like that, cooldown reduction. Those aren't what he's looking for. He basically needs armor penetration and damage and HP. That's what he needs.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, man. The good thing for Garen is he does not need to be huge this game. All he needs to do is be a wall and try to intercept this Nasus, try to slow him down a little bit, because his Lucian, his bot lane is doing it for him. His bot lane will win the game if he can peel. And with that in mind, actually a Frozen Malate or a Gauntlet might not be a terrible idea. Lee Sin comes in, Bubble does hit one person. Dirth might be in trouble, man, as the culling does come down. Holy moly. Piercing Light just wasn't up. That should have been a kill.
Yeah, definitely should have. Mid lane, Crazy Turtle goes in onto Soulless Pizza. The heal proc from this Karma keeps him alive through the entire fight in the bonus armor. Wow, the flash auto attack does take down Crazy Turtle. Good mathematics coming out from Soulless Pizza, knowing exactly how much damage he does to knock over that
calculus.
Good.
He stopped to do a derivative.
You he did. He stopped right before that flash and said, "What is the speed of the damage at which I need to do in order to reach 0 before he gets away?" This is it.
Yep. You know before that flash, he stopped to do his calculus homework.
That's what it was. Dash forward from RP. He is just not afraid of used appendix at all. The stand behind me from Braum actually takes him out of the piercing light there. Phosphorus bomb goes forward. RP is actually exhausted here, and he takes a turret shot for being a little bit too aggressive, but it won't deter him nearly enough. Mid lane, Soulless Pizza getting jumped on by Dark Crimson Blade. Once again, the heal from the tether keeps him in a position where he can easily 1v1 this Rek'Sai, and the Dearth gank from Lee Sin was just a little bit overkill, forcing Rek'Sai to flash out. Top side of the map, Pimpy just spinning to win inside the fight with Crazy Phil. One more auto attack would close out this kill. Actually, no, the Ignite ticks longer than I actually expected it to, and it picks up the kill there. Nice.
Yeah, the only way Nasus survived is he chose to fight. By the way, we didn't mention, but that's a ghost on Nasus. We don't see that very often.
Well, no, that's kind of... Wait.
Or not, that's a flash, I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah.
That is not the standard summoners we see on a Nasus.
Yeah. Because, you know, the Flash, you know, what is it? Siphoning Strike isn't that impressive. It's just not. RP here in the bottom lane being hyper aggressive here just leaves the turret to Nami, says, "You get that one, friend. Clean that up for me while I go try to get this money." Teleport comes out from Nasus though. Wither does land onto RP and he dashes already, so he's not going to be able to cleanse that slow. Actually, that move doesn't even cleanse slows anymore. RP does get in with a little bit of bonus damage here. Tycolor's Blessing keeps Crazy Phil slowed, but that Wither's going to be up in a second. The Spirit Fire comes down, and he will pick up the kill with that Siphoning Strike. Over on the middle side of the map, it looks like Lee Sin and Karma end up taking down Zed. Soulless Pizza does go down in the mix, but they do pick up Crazy Turtle on the back end of the fight, and that's pretty decent. They are able to knock him out, and honestly, Red Team's in a position where they could easily pick up a Dragon, considering they've got a Nasus down here.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely do this Dragon. I'm looking at how the gold leads are developing right now, and even though there's a 1k gold lead for the blue team, having this fed Nasus, there is no AP, so this Wither is going to be devastating on any target Nasus chooses. Susan can just go ham and shut down whoever has the most amount of gold on the enemy team, right?
Yep.
So that 1k gold lead isn't gonna matter with a single spell, a single 12-second cooldown.
Yeah. So speaking on Nasus, and I want to touch on building Nasus, you know, building effectiveness, because I think it's a thing that a lot of people differ in opinion from me with. Just, you know, looking at how Crazy Phil's build is working out. Think about it like this. There are a certain number of minions that you will have access to within the game, correct? The games are finite. They do not go on forever. So it makes sense then to get as many of those minions stacked up on your Siphoning Strike within, you know, that duration of the game to make sure that you get, you know, as strong as possible. Which means that cooldown reduction, to me, is the most important stat you can get on a Nasus early game. Crazy Phil has chosen to go Trinity Force here, which does increase the damage of your Siphoning Strike, but not to the point that cooldown will in the overall of the game. Dark Crimson Blade is taken super low though on this top side of the gank there. The Sky Sword does not take out Dearth here, and Crazy Phil is just going to be able to auto attack him down. No, the Q from Dearth picks up the kill on the back end of the fight, and then in the mid lane, it looks like Crazy Turtle along with P-Tux and RP take out Soulless Pizza. RP spins his gun a bit. Honestly, I would culling this wave just to knock it down because I'm impatient.
Well, you have the assistance of Zed. You don't necessarily need the culling right now, so it's not a bad idea to do this. If you save the culling, you might be willing to do Dragon afterwards. It's that's a little risky, but I don't know. Not necessary to burn that summoner. I'm really worried because this Nasus is getting huge.
Yeah, it's a dog off a leash.
Yeah,
that's just dangerous.
I really think that this... Normally, I love Locket, but that's not what you need this game. What you need this game is you need either a Frozen Heart, or you need the old McHale's to get that Wither off, because you have to get Wither off of your carries.
Yeah, we definitely have to do that. Bottom side of the map, red team and blue team really posturing to get this dragon positioning. Q lands onto Dark Crimson Blade, but it's not something that Dearth is looking to go in on. La Pena de Muerte takes some significant poke coming out of these ZQs. The Shadow went out to get the double shurikens out there, and he gets chunked out for about 20% HP. Nasus is traveling down the mid lane. Now, blue side needs to be careful because there's a huge amount of minions on the top side of the map that will go to waste if they don't make a move here or decide to give out this dragon. Honestly, this minion wave is so huge that it's going to do some significant damage to this turret. So blue team needs to really make sure that they make a decision here really quickly.
Yes, blue team needs to. Oh my goodness.
Boy.
They cannot let Gnosis dictate this game. Guys, I know blue team is winning. The wave comes out, actually. Holy moly, Soulless Pizza in trouble as the Sky Sword should be coming down. No, he's going to hold on to it.
Yeah, Pimpy holds on to the Sky Sword here. Exhaust goes down into Crazy Phil, and honestly, on the backside of the fight, Arpier and Dark Crimson Blade are trying to get to Dearth, but they aren't able to pick up the kill. Ardent Blaze lands onto Used Appendix. Bubble actually goes down as well. He just dashes past Used Appendix, looking for the kill on Dearth. So haphazard in the way this team fight is really working, but blue team ends up coming out on top with a 4v1 or 4-to-1 trade and rewarded with a dragon, so their patience pays off. The top lane takes about a half its damage in HP and about 250, probably 280 gold burned away in terms of minions and XP. Actually, no, more gold than that in XP. Just a flat 280 gold, something like that, in minions. But honestly, for 4 kills and a dragon, it's worth it.
Yeah, I agree. That's one of the few times where actually you're okay giving up that gold. But if that fight had gone any different, that would have been a horrible, horrible situation to be in as blue team. Is that going to be that Infinity Edge? So we're not going to be seeing the Yomu's build out of Lucian. I guess that's kind of fallen out of favor. That is that Warmog's Warrior Enchant. I'm just kind of looking... Man, that Locket. I normally love to see Locket. This just is not the game for it, dude.
Yeah, it's just not the spot. It's kind of misplaced. Honestly, that I would actually take the Frost Queen's claim over that right now, because anything, like you said, you could use to keep Nasus away just that much longer is helpful here.
Yeah, I mean, we saw right there that Gnosis wasn't able to do much, but that's because he wasn't able to do much in that previous team fight, but he has not hit that critical mass yet. Which is going to be harder because he doesn't have that CDR like you were talking about. He finally decides to pick it up. Have we even checked what his stacks are at? He is at 246 bonus damage. I mean, that's pretty reasonable. That's threatening at this point.
But they could have, with the amount of stacks he had with 0 CDR early game, because I think at 7 minutes he was sitting at about 80-something bonus damage, which is pretty high. If you're that high already at the 7-minute mark, you're doing pretty dang good. Because that's 0 CDR. That's basically you sitting in lane, you know, getting Qs on cooldown.
Also, Pimpy, you need boots, brother. I don't care what you get, you need boots.
Yeah.
Boots are never skippable, ever.
Get something, because right now you're gonna get kited like a mofo with this team comp. Nasus, Corki, Lee Sin, Braum, and Karma. You're not getting to anybody.
No, I mean, the best you're doing is providing artillery support with that Sky Sword, man.
Oh, the Sky Sword is it's a magical thing, I'll tell you that much. Alright, so top side of the map, Crazy Phil stops for a dance break here. Throws down the Spirit Fire to get some of these minions low. Dearth shows up, throws down the ulti, and that's really going to deter this dive from Dark Crimson Blade and Pimpy. Knockup happens from Dark Crimson Blade with the Unburrow. Siphoning Stripe will mean that Garen actually gets stacked here. Dearth is trying to escape from the fight. Good ward jump happens. Crazy Turtle shows up to try to get some damage down on Corki, but it looks like he will be able to pick up this kill on the back end. Shield is too late, actually maybe off cooldown for Soulless Pizza, or on cooldown for Soulless Pizza. Pause comes out in the middle of the action. Someone says, I'm losing the fight. I'm going to hit pause to make sure that everyone gets all disjointed and whatnot.
Yeah, man, you gotta reset the fight in every unfair advantage way possible in your favor. Oh my goodness.
Scumbag Super Smash Brothers players who, when you're about to spike them over the ledge, they pause the game and then air dodge at the last second.
Yeah, you know, Stretch, somebody in the chat, Emerald Teen, bringing up the Vel'Koz mention. With your love of calculus, why don't you play more Vel'Koz?
Because he's not Zac.
I don't know, man. He's got all the geometry you need, all the angles, the azimuths.
Nah. Eh.
Just, you know.
I'm more of an asymptote guy. As you approach 0 health on Zac, your moves get more effective. A little calc one there for you. Yeah. You gotta find the limit. The limit is 0.
Whoa.
And Zac's health is our case, of course.
Whoa.
Yeah.
No, it's not 0 because you have your passive.
Well, it's still 0. Because even in your passive, you go above 0. That's not going below 0. You don't have negative health. You've got more health. So the passive health is an extension of your base health pool.
That's true. That's true. That's fair enough, Stretch. You win this round. Do your blobs gain your armor and MR?
Yes.
They do?
Actually, no. I think it's just the health.
Okay.
I actually don't know. You know, that's
So
not something I bank on. Yeah,
How
I
do
know
you not know this?
I know I was number 6 Zach NA last season. Who cares, okay? I don't need to know that mess. All I know is how to Shrek noobs. That's it. Heal comes out from RP on the top side of the map, trying to pick up Crazy Phil. He's gonna la-di-da his way. Wow! The Q from underground doesn't kill him from Crimson Blade because the heal from Le Pene de Muerte just prevents him from going down. Shield comes out from Soulless Pizza now, and that's gonna give him just enough health to actually no! Dark Crimson Blade is Rek'Sai, so he does way too much damage 100% of the time. And now RP has a dash of the Wild Corky missile, picks up the kill, snatching it directly away from Soulless Pizza.
Oh my goodness, man. I don't even know, man. This game is chaos, dude. Over chasing for Gnosis there and you just kind of get caught out. Crazy Trouble doesn't have his ult? Well, he does have his ult. I'm kind of surprised he didn't go for it.
I think he knows he can't 1v1 Soul. It's because of the Zonias. It's just being able to avoid the damage, the damage completely that comes from
you know how you
get
around Zonias in a 1v1? You walk up and smack a guy.
Exactly.
And then,
I've done that so many times when people are like, Kale's the counter! Kale's the counter! You just pick Kale and you win. I'm like, what if I just walk up and like, what if I shadow in and just start hitting you? And she's like, alright, I'll wait till you ulti. I'm never going to ulti. I'm just going to kill you.
That's the secret. I don't know what my R does.
Who was number 1 Zach NA? Number 1 Zach NA is a dude named Morippe, M-O-R-I-P-P-E. He only speaks Japanese and pretty much only plays Zac in ranked, and he's like master tier. He's really good, but yeah.
Gotta get on this level, man. I mean,
he's already 60% win, like 63% win rate this season with like 40 games won.
Consider yeah.
Yeah, I'm way too far behind right now.
You have time.
I've got a huge amount of time. I got the entire rest of the season to do shenanigans. That guy's got to go on vacation sometime.
No, dude, probably not. Actually, his vacation is League.
That's true. It could be. Outside river, Dearth actually picks up the kill on the crab. I'm going to smite it out to secure it. Bubble goes out. Double bubble trouble lands onto Dearth and Crazy Phil, so they're not going to be able to catch me up today. Top side of the map, Dark Crimson Blade goes in onto Le Pene de Muerte, picks up some good damage, and actually Le Pene doesn't chase that kill any. Interesting choice there to not go in on that, but I think he's fearsome of that. He probably would have died there, depending. But here's the thing: Dark Crimson Blade was already burrowed, right? And so the healing proc was already happening. The knockup was still on cooldown because of that fact. And another pause comes out. Wonderful.
You know, it's gotta be Le Pene de Muerte. He just gets jumped on. He goes, wait, I gotta think about this. How can I gotta do my math homework, guys. I gotta do some calculus.
Pimpy paused, then Pimpy DC'd. I guess he was lagging a bit.
Yeah, isn't he the only one that can unpause since he did it? I don't think I've ever paused the game. Okay, good.
Anyone in the game can unpause.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
There we go.
Okay, Pimpy is back. Maybe he just wasn't used to the movement speed from his new boots. His system couldn't handle it.
New shoes. It's
like, whoa, too much rendering. I can't do this, man.
I'm moving so quick now. Why can't I hold this movement speed? Hold all this speed. Alright, so Le Pene de Muerte has had plenty of time to think about his next course of action.
Probably die.
Right, damage comes out, smite happens, he goes in to try to pick up the kill on the back end, flash out from Dark's Crimson Blade means he will get out of turret range, and now he's going to start whacking away at this tower. Bottom side of the map, Pimpy versus Crazy Phil, the matchup of the ages, but Crazy Phil now has his Frozen Heart, whereas Pimpy has a Warmonks. There is no way that Pimpy picks up a kill on this Nasus.
Yeah, Soulless Pizza might actually be in trouble because Rek'Sai does way too much damage.
Let's look at how many damage items he's got. No, actually, he's got a good number here. He's got the actual aggressive one and the Tiamat. That's a pretty decent chunk. Actually picks up the kill now by walking away and getting the second proc from the upgraded Spirit Fire there.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. cool guys don't look at the explosion. Dirth gets ulted by Zed. I don't think you want that, man.
Yeah, so I don't think anyone wants to get ulted by Zed. Except for me, I take it back. If Zach gets ulted by Zed, it's a fantastic day and you win the team fight.
That's true, but you know, every time I see a Lee Sin get ulted by a Zed, he just gets kicked away immediately. He's like, okay, I guess I'll just trade ults with you. Have a wonderful day.
I'll see you later. Q actually almost lands on the P-Tech there. The W was down, so I don't think Dirth could have gotten... Actually, no, he had flash, so he could have done the kick.
We're starting to see that split push Gnosis too. I like this. Gnosis recognizes that he is huge. No one else on his team, or nobody on the enemy team can 1v1 him. So he's just going to pile in damage on many towers as he can get as much farm as he can, and just says to his team, please don't fight, just wave clear. You have Corki Karma. You have the ability to just stall the game out. He might be in trouble, though, as Lucian tries to flank. Nope, we're going to stop for a rapid buff. Dude, that is a massive gold difference on the top laners.
Yeah, it is enormous right now. 5k, actually 4.5k gold difference coming out from these top laners here. Nass is just so far ahead. Goes for a Giant's Belt. I don't agree. More cooldown. Stack it to the ceiling. Get those cooldowns rolling, man.
What does he have for CDR in his kit right now? He has...
Yeah, unless he's running the magic 20% cooldown stretch page.
Well, he has a Frozen Heart. He does not need to go... He's in a weird spot. Where do you get CDR? He probably wanted CDR boots, to be honest with you.
No, early Kindle Gem, early Glacial Shroud.
Well, he's at 32...
Frozen Heart.
He's at 32% CDR right now. 32.50, right? He has the Frozen Heart. I'm trying to think of where he can pick up that extra 7% CDR without wasting any.
There's not an item that does it. You can pick up 5%, but that means Ionian Boots of Lucidity, like you said.
Right, but you kind of look at this...
selling your Frozen Heart, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it's fine if you go over, but he doesn't need the MR from the Spear Visage. There's nobody that does that magic damage on the other team. What's the other armor item that you get here?
Nothing. Because you've already got the Sheen item in Trinity Force, so you can't pick up Iceborne Gauntlet.
Yeah. I mean, Iceborne would have probably been better than Trinity Force in this game.
Yeah.
Just because Iceborne would have been way better than Trinity, actually.
To be honest, he doesn't need to do damage. Like, he doesn't need to do Trinity damage.
No. Lapointe de Morte gets Zed ulted and just popped. The ult didn't even go off, dude. That was used as a gap closer.
Yeah. Alright, so here we go. Crazy Phil just finding Dark Crimson Blade, and he's going to get just smited by 3 people in the jungle here. Yeah. Bubble comes out, doesn't land onto Solus Pizza. Crazy Phil gets the shield from Solus, trying to get in Wither range, but will not be able to get there. And Blue Team's just going to disengage here. No Dragon recently right now, so honestly, that's kind of going to be a lull in the action here. Ping's going out from what looks like Nass is saying he's going to show up to the top lane. Crazy Phil in the chat saying, I have CDR runes. CDR runes are good, but he ended his CDR runes at a weird number. Oh, it's CDR
he went for that
per level. It's per level. So this will show up. He'll end up at... wait, no, it won't. It'll end up at 35 by the 18.
It's kind of weird. I'm fine with running CDR blues or CDR runes. Just, you have to kind of calculate how to get the... You don't want to go full CDR, because otherwise you end up with a really awkward number.
Yeah. What I would do if I wanted to run CDR runes on Nasus is find a way to get... we'll pick up the 5% CDR for Masteries and get enough CDR blues and quints per level to hit the 40%. Just straight up right there. And then go whatever items I want after that point.
Yeah.
Like, the Trinity Force is fine after that point. You can pick up a Randuin's, and that's cool. Sunfire Cave, and then, like, something else.
Lapointe de Morte just gets murdered again, and he actually gets Solus Pizza as he's going too. Dirth might be in trouble. He uses the Q to maybe hope... No, Dirth is going to pick up RPR as he goes through. Just kind of casually walks away. Oh my goodness. That smite was too good, man.
Ooh, dash forward from Dark Crimson Blade, though. We'll pick up the kill here. In the middle, Crazy Turtle 101, looking for some damage on this mid lane inhibitor turret. The only person who's there to really defend it is Used Appendix. He does not want to walk away from that tower. Do not be mistaken. Crazy Turtle is not afraid of you. He's afraid of the turret laser.
Yeah, that, Looks like Crazy Phil wins the old base race right there. Gets the first inhibitor tower.
Yep, the Gates game, my friends. Wither comes out, but that's the real game when it comes down to it. Wither, it's already back up. it's back up again.
What did we? I think we looked at this one time. Is after Wither wears off, there's only like a 4-second, maybe 5-second duration at 40% CDR.
No. You were mistaken. It's a 7.24 second cooldown. It's a 7% cooldown at max CDR with a 5-second duration. There's a 2-second down.
Right. That's right. Yeah, I remember now. Why I hate Gnosis. Oh my god. Why is Wither a thing?
Bright Devil asking in the chat, why is CDR per level? Wouldn't CDR be more effective in the early game with the CD and his Q is longer? Here is why. Yes, it would be more effective in the early game with the CD, whether the CDR on the Q is longer, but honestly, think of the points at which you buy CDR on Nasus anyway. It's typically the first and second back where you get Kindle Gem and Glacial Shroud. If you're getting CDR while leveling up at that point anyway, to the point where you pick up, 10%, actually, if you pick up 20% CDR by level 9 through runes, you are doing so amazing. You're doing fantastic. It means you can do whatever you want. So that's why I would say per level is pretty much better there. Flat and there's limitations on how high flat go. The reason I'm saying per level is because per level go higher as the duration of the game goes on. DCB gets caught out in the middle of the red side jungle here. Nami Wave comes out and he's not able to dash through the ground and get away. Crazy Turtle does huge damage on Le Penny de Muerte and he gets taken down. Dirt dashes in looking for a kill, but it doesn't get it at all, and P-Tux picks up the kill with the help of some of the Merc Wolves over there. He gets murked. On the top side of the map there, though, Crazy Phil is just doing so much work in this base, and there's no way that Pimby can even stand next to him, honestly. He just has no armor, he's got a little bit of damage, a little bit of crit as well, so just a hodgepodge of items happening, and there's just not much Garen can do.
No, not at all. Solus Pizza probably should have backed as soon as everyone else died on his team. I don't even know why Blue Team was in the jungle right there. As soon as Nasus started pushing in for this tower, he probably wanted to just the red team wanted to back up and wave clear.
Oh my goodness.
Number 1 is open, right?
Yeah, the gates are going on right now. Crazy Phil knocks over the Nexus turret there. Gets hit by Sky Sword on the tail end, but it's because he doesn't have any magic, because Sky Sword does magic damage.
Because, it's magic. No, it's a sword from the sky is magic. That's fair.
I guess so, yeah, you're right.
Like, Karen is a nonsense champion, so why not give him a magical sky sword?
Oh my goodness.
There's no other way to justify it.
Demacian justice.
Ooh, that Thornmail on Rek'Sai, but...
Ooh.
I don't know if that's going to do it.
But Thornmail on Lee Sin as well.
Yeah, that's going to be way more effective, because Lucian is the person that's fed on the red team, or on the blue team, so that Thornmail is going to be devastating when Darth gets up into Lucian's face. Whereas, you're not really going to get a lot of auto attacks, even as DCB. You're going to probably just get murdered by Solus Pizza and Braum.
Yep. Very, very true. Crazy Turtle doing his best on the top side of the map to handle these super minions, but let's be honest, these things hit quite hard. He does have the Baron buff, giving the increased health and damage and range and all those magical things to these minions next to him, but he's still the one taking out most of the damage there. Dark Crimson Blade gets a few hits down onto used appendix. He needs to be careful. Stun lands, but no one is there to follow up as Red Team is too busy picking up this delicious dragon. DCB looks like he wants to go in and try to possibly get a kill, or a steal, I mean. You will not do it, though.
Dude, I just keep looking at this Garen's build and I'm sad. Unfortunately, he fell so far behind and now he's going damage. Like, he gets that Brutalizer. That's something you wanted way earlier. It's not the 35-minute build path item.
He's got behind top laner syndrome, where he's like, I need all these things and there's no way I can afford them. Therefore, I'm going to try to get a mixture of these things and it's not going to quite work out.
Yeah, I mean, if he had gone for anything other than that Warmogs.
Sunfire.
Oh my god.
Would have been so good. Because he lived so long.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you want to go a raw hit point item, what's wrong with Frozen Mallet in this situation? You're always only ever going to be able to peel anyway, right?
That's true. Dearth gets ulted on from Crazy Turtle there. Gets kicked back and Dearth gets complete. Why would you... The kick is to negate the damage. The kick is
Oh
to negate the fall. You don't
my.
kick and then go in and fight him. You're drunk.
Yeah, no, that's not why you do that.
Yeah. That Crazy Turtle has an IE. He's drunk. He's crazy. It's in his name. Look at that. You don't approach this guy. Don't do it.
All right, so is the Zed gonna be big enough? It all comes down to how they play around Gnosis. If they can choose to not fight Gnosis, they can choose to completely ignore him, let him split push, and then try to win the game under a tower or something. But they have to make that decision consciously, and they have to do it before Gnosis gets to the halfway point on the map. Because there's only one Nexus tower up, man.
Here's what I'm thinking, right? You're looking at Corki. I'm looking at Corki right now. Corki is substantially behind on the rest of his team, which means that Lucian in all team fight situations will outdamage him. It means that Corki is just not a threat. He's not a threat to me. You know, you've got armor prepped in case you want to fight him. Top side or bottom side of the map here, Dark Crimson Blade is in the middle of a team fight with Crazy Phil, Dearth, Pimpy, used Appendix here, but honestly, the red team is just so tanky right now that they can't do anything about it. Mid lane, though, blue team's picking up not only a mid lane inhibitor turret, but possibly getting some good damage down on this inhibitor as well. Bottom side, that team fight finally shows up. Wither goes down into P-Tux, and there's going to be a little bit of split action here. RPR gets stunned out by the Braum Pass, concussive blows denying so many auto attacks there, and he will get taken out by the second proc of the upgraded Spirit Fire from Solo's Pizza. What I was saying previously, since Corki is so far behind and he's so much less of a threat than Lucian, I would say that if Zed wanted to ult Nasus, considering he's got a Last Whisper and pretty much all the tank killing items he needs, there's no problem with that. If Nasus goes down, blue team pretty much wins the team fight. Yeah. And if they can make that happen, if they can facilitate that, go ahead and do it. But I don't know if they have the awareness to know that that's going to be a good strategy.
Well, I feel like if you get... It would take the complete commitment of two players to be able to kill this Gnosis, right? It would take Zed plus Garen. Because if you can get the Zed, if they both punch as much damage into Gnosis as possible, that Magic Sky Sword is going to do so much damage because it's an execute. So if they were willing, and I think they should be, if they were willing to commit 2 ults onto removing the most fed member of the red team from the map, then they can do it, 100%. Because Gnosis has no magic resist. So that Sky Sword is going to be super duper effective. Yeah,
he's got a bunch of health and no MR. That is the recipe for getting killed by Sky Sword.
Yeah, it's true.
For those who don't know, Sky Sword is Damascene Justice, Garen's ultimate. I call it Sky Sword because
it is dropped by the same guy that does Karth Assault, High Fives Pantheon.
Yeah, has T with Quinn.
Yep, has T with Quinn.
Sky is
that guy's a jerk.
Skyman is he's an alright guy, I guess. I don't know.
No, because he never does anything for my team. He always just drops people on me.
That's true.
Or objects, or lasers. Like I'm not okay with Sky Guy.
Yeah, Sky Guy is strange.
Nerf Sky Guy.
Nerf Sky Guy. Let's forget Irelia for a second. Let's turn our attention to Sky Guy.
Oh my goodness, do we want to do a draft next round? I think we want to do a draft next round.
Sure.
I'm down. Oh, no inhibitors went down in that last team fight, so that's at least okay for red team.
So pretty lengthy game here, and this is rough because the later the game goes on, of course, the more effective this Nasus becomes. A minute and 10 on Baron, on Dragon, a minute 20 on Baron. So 2 very big objectives, 2 very big game-ending objectives coming out here in the next couple of seconds.
All red team needs to do right now is they need to start wave clearing, get a slow push maybe in the spot lane, shove out mid, and send Gnosis to a side lane like he's doing right now. I feel like with that Thornmail completion plus the Ninja Tabby, he can probably 2v1, maybe even 3v1.
Nope, Crazy Turtle has too much damage here, as we're about to see. The ulti comes out of him, and he gets zeroed out immediately. This is what I'm talking about. If Crazy Turtle throws the ulti on Nasus, because he's got the IE crit potential, the pop is so enormous that no one can survive. Whoever he chooses either needs to get, cleansed by a Mikhail's Crucible, they need to have a GA ready, or something. Because they will die.
Yeah, 100%, man. I'm just taking a look. Ooh. I'm trying to recruit some captains for next game.
Sweet, sweet. So blue team, after getting the pick off on Dearth and Crazy Phil, are now pushing forward up the middle lane, looking towards this inhibitor. Ardent Blaze comes out of RPR to try to get that double pop down, and they're going to knock it over nice and easy. Dark Crimson Blade just frontlining here, making sure to keep La Pena de Muerte and Solus Pizza away. They're going to pick up 2 inhibitors here, it looks like, because red team just not in position to defend. Used Appendix is just in the middle of the fight, throwing down Unbreakable, but unfortunately it is not in position correctly. Actually, Dark Crimson Blade goes down to the double turrets here. Solus Pizza now in the mix with RPR. RPR gets stacked by Crazy Phil. The cane comes down. D-Cane! Boom!
Gotta get it in there, man.
D-Cane.
D-Cane. Alright, so this is that... Red team hasn't been using that Gnosis as effectively as they needed to. Because he's at 700 stacks, but that doesn't do you a lot of good when he's never there for the team fight or he dies off by himself, right?
Yeah, it's not really doing too much at all. Now, what I notice is that a lot of people who run TP into the top lane, who play people like Nasus or Tryndamere, who split push a lot, is their timing on their split push is really disjointed. You have to make sure that there's other potential pressure on the map before you go for these other side lane plays. Otherwise, you're going to end up dying alone by yourself in a cave somewhere, and then your team's just gonna look at you like, what the hell were you doing?
And you know, being Gnosis, man.
Yeah,
let's see how this fight goes. Actually, Crazy Turtle might go down. Yeah.
Oh my
goodness. He can't win the 1v1.
No, it needs to be 1v2, a 1v2 collaboration between Crazy Turtle and RPR. They have enough damage between the two of them to make that pop enormous, but if Crazy Turtle goes in 1v1, he will die. Ghostblade comes out from Crazy to try to get away, but just one hit from Crazy Phil will knock out that kill nice and easy. Pimpy high skill passive starts going through here. Crazy Phil still trying to walk away. Dearth gets in the mix here. He doesn't want to be anywhere near this. Wither just brings Dark Crimson Blade to a stop. I hate Wither so much, man.
Wither's so dumb. I don't think they need to chase Gnosis here. They need to just push this top tower, right? Like, just push. You don't care that they have Baron buff. Pimpy, stop chasing. You don't need this. You have a huge minion wave. Just
Crazy Phil needs to auto attack one of these minions, please. It's like 300 HP. Just hit it. It's literally 300 HP.
Please.
It's 100% 300 HP. Oh dear God, you're gonna go down.
All right, that should be the third inhibitor for the blue team. If Pimpy and DCB just start running for it, RPR should be there. I don't think RPR is gonna lose this 1v1 versus Braum. He does catch the what is it, the concussive blow? No, that's the denting blow, I think.
No, denting blow is his Vi's...
Winter's Bite.
Yeah, Winter's Bite, there you go. So Solus Pizza shows up into the mix here. Mining goes down there, and RPR will get stuck in place. Solus Pizza gets bursted out there. This damage from Lucian is a little bit too high for him to handle, and it looks like blue team's going to have all the pressure on the map now, getting those 2 last kills. 40 seconds on Crazy Phil is going to be the next real threat here, as Dearth comes up in 10 seconds, but honestly, there's nothing he can really do. In this 1v3 situation, especially with the super minions around, RPR is a little bit low, but I doubt that he can get close enough to really make anything happen. Dark Crimson Blade is going to be on the prowl, making sure that he gets zoned, and with that, blue team picks up the game.
Yeah, I mean, good game, everybody. That's that old Gnosis syndrome. You need more farm to do more damage, but eventually you have to be with the team to do the damage, right?
Yeah, it's just like, wow, I'm going to have so much damage on this queue and keep it all to myself.
You gotta share the love, man.
Yeah, you really gotta make sure that you actually utilize what you put all your eggs in the basket to. But real talk though, Crazy Phil, you did a great job. The one thing, like I said, I would do is just more cooldown reduction early, man. Sheen's great for getting earlier stacks on minions, but to be honest, those same minions will still be there. They're not going anywhere. The same minions are coming to the lane every single time the wave comes down. You don't have to rapid fire them down more quickly. The one limiting factor that you have with the amount of minions you get per wave is the cooldown, not the damage you do per minion.
Yep. And DCB, I know that's why you chased Rek'Sai. I'm fine with you chasing in that situation. That was 100% okay. I didn't want to see everybody to commit to kill that Gnosis. You could have just, if only one person had chased Gnosis to keep him from going B, that would have been perfect.